The Unfiltered by Jade.
Jade. Welcome to The Unfiltered by Jade, where we educate, empower, and entertain. Feel free to like, share, subscribe, download, donate, and make everybody know about this.
Beats by RB Records.
Shopping assistance, your style, your budget. Our services include online and local shopping for individuals and businesses, personal shopping, purchasing of company and office supplies, importing and exporting small packages across Jamaica and worldwide, and helping you find unique gifts and items for all events and occasions. Contact us at 876-919-5195 or shoppingassistance2015@gmail.com. Shopping Assistance, your style, your budget.
Welcome back to The Unfiltered by Jade. Today we have with us here Marcel Kuhn, and I'm excited to speak with him. We are going to speak about Unthinkable, Life Teachings from a Soul Surfer, and this is his book. We're going to have these discussions about different chapters of the book. Marcel is a speaker, an author, and a trainer, and I'm excited to speak with him. So hi Marcel, how are you?
Hi Jade, I'm excellent. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for asking. So Marcel, I want to speak about your book, Unthinkable, Life's Teaching from a Soul Surfer. And from this title alone, I'm guessing that you're a surfer.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, I love it. Love it. I want to speak about surrendering to the current of life. Can you expound on that for us, please?
Yeah, so the book Unthinkable, Life Teachings from a Soul Surfer is all the lessons from the ocean and from the surf. So throughout the book, the element of water is used, lessons from surfing, to talk about surrender. And there are 4 parts. It's an acronym. It's called SURF, so surf. And this stands for surrender to an unthinkable reality through flow. And the first part is surrendering to the current of life, which is when you fight the currents, when you want to paddle upstream, when you're chasing success, then you're not going with the flow. You're fighting the current. So this doesn't bring you joy, fulfillment, and success when you're chasing and fighting. Then you won't be happy. So the book is, and especially this first part, is about finding that flow, getting out of feeling stuck, feeling in your limitations, and surrendering, which is not giving up, but it's giving in. So it's going from effort to energy.
Awesome. But Marcel, in this day and age, people are fighting to get to where they want to go in life. How would you tell them to approach getting to their goals?
So I can talk about my experience. I was for the longest time I was doing the same. I was chasing success. I was fighting, and I always wanted to be successful, like from an early age on. And I thought if I work harder, I would achieve it. And then I failed, and then I thought, okay, I didn't work hard enough, so I have to work much harder. And then I tried something more difficult, and I failed again. And then I thought, to compensate that, I would have to do something that is 10 times more difficult. And if I ever achieved that, then I would be good enough. Then I would be successful. So instead of going with the flow, I tried difficult things, unthinkable things, and this never brought me joy. And when I stopped, when I drifted back to the shore, and found a different vantage point. I actually found that just by moving a little bit, just by getting a different perspective, I can actually be much more successful and being in flow and not fighting the current. So that's kind of the understanding. I was caught inside. That's what the surfers call when you're between the impact zone of the wave and the shore.
Mhm.
When you're caught inside, that's the worst place to be. Then you paddle, 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 and you actually don't see that you're so much struggling.
Yes. Unthinkable living. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, so the Unthinkable, when it started out, the original title was Achievers: 1,000 Ways to Success and Fulfillment. That's the mission I originally started in January of 2016. I wanted to interview world-class achievers from around the world in different fields, in all walks of life. I wanted to interview them about success and fulfillment. So
Mm.
it was all about achieving, and what they had in common. So they were from around the world, from more than 20 countries, from five continents. And what I saw they had in common, they were doing what was unthinkable for other people. They did the unthinkable, and that was the common denominator between, for example, the former leadership coach of Steve Jobs, or an Olympic champion in rowing from Canada, or a refugee. What they had in common was doing the unthinkable, and that's what I defined for this as a common denominator. And I realized that actually the most unthinkable that you can do is being your authentic self. So
Mm.
drop your masks and show up as you are. That's the most difficult.
Listening to you and listening to what you're saying, if you're not authentic, you can't be fulfilled and you can't be successful.
Yes,
Okay.
that would be my perspective. That if you're not authentic, you can celebrate the luxury, the materials, but it will not be a long-term success.
Mm. Okay.
I interviewed a Buddhist monk, and he said that the only true success is when you do it in an authentic way. So not cheat or do anything illegal. That this might bring you success if you cheat or lie or do anything of that. But only true success is when you're authentic and when you do it in the right way.
Mm. So if you cheat or lie, it will just bring a temporary success until, because you can't keep it up for so long.
Yes, and also when you lie and cheat, you have to remember what to say. But when you are authentic,
Yes, you're being yourself, right. Got you on that. Got you on that. Reality unveiled.
yeah, so it's all about all the reality that we are experiencing is what we manifest ourselves. So if we complain about our reality, the situation we are in, that's all what we have manifested. So it's about accepting that and thinking about what you want to build, what kind of reality, what's your dream. And I always ask the people about the dream, because if you just do the unthinkable for the unthinkable sake, that there is not really a point. So unthinkable is moving towards your dream, catching your dreams. That's a connection. So you do the unthinkable, which is being your authentic self, and this being authentic self and catching your dream is aligned. It's kind of your true north.
So let me go back to this one.
Mhm.
So number one, in terms of surrendering to the current of life, for people who don't necessarily have a dream, but they're just working to be successful to get to where they are, because right now we have the microwave generation where success is, as you snap your finger, want to get that success without even working hard for it. And fighting the current, and without being defeated. So we want to reach that. We just want to get rich fast. Want to be successful fast. So if people are just fighting that current just to make it, because there's a lot of people who are just fighting to make it without having a dream. What do you think about that?
So when you're a child, and all the children have dreams, and and then life comes in, and we lose
Mm-hmm.
our super creativity,
Yep.
and then we lose our dreams, and maybe our parents, our teachers tell us that, oh, this is ridiculous, this dream is impossible, you're not good enough for that, and then we stop dreaming, and then
Yes.
we stop sharing our dreams. A NASA study that is really interesting related to that. So there is a NASA study by George Land studying the genius level of creativity of 4 to 5 year olds, and it was
Okay.
98% had genius level creativity. 98% of the 4 to 5 year old kids had genius level creativity.
Hmm.
And when he did the same, when he studied the 31-year-old people, they had only 2% of them were at genius level creativity.
Wow. What
So,
happened between that? What happened?
so that's the logical question. What happened between that? Then there was education, there was training, there was school, there was conditioning. And slowly but surely, actually not so slow, really fast, the genius level or the level of creativity got lost. So when kids are born, they are born with a genius level of creativity, of curiosity, and then the conditioning is happening, and they lose the sight of the dream. So
Mm.
to refine your dream, you can ask yourself a simple question. And the question is, what excites you? What makes you smile? And maybe you can look at children. Like when I look at my children, I see sometimes they're smiling from ear to ear. They're just so excited, even about the smallest things. And
Mm.
when you follow this, signs, when you follow this, what excites you, what makes you smile, it will lead you to the dream. So I make an
Oh,
example. So when I was 18, I went to California and I learned how to surf. So I'm Swiss. You can hear in my
yes.
accent.
Yes.
We don't even have an ocean. All we do is in winter we do skiing, cross country skiing, snowboarding. But we are certainly not surfer. We are certainly not.
Right.
We don't grow up at the beach.
Right.
So I followed the excitement. I was watching a movie, Point Break, with Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze. And I was 16 then. I saw this movie and I was so excited. I wanted to learn how to surf like the guys in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then 1 year later, 1.5 years later, I had the chance to go to California and learn how to surf. So I
Nice.
followed that excitement, and
Yes.
it was hard in the beginning. I didn't know how to do any of that. I was a total beginner. I had no clue. And the first time I surfed, I didn't catch any waves. I was just paddling around,
Mm-hmm.
swimming. And you could say that is just a hobby. It's not really a dream. And now I'm 44, will be 45, and now I talk about surfing, the philosophy and the culture of surfing related to living life and navigating waves. So
Mm-hmm.
surfing, which excited me, is my dream, right? So,
Mm.
so what excites you is always related to your dream. So there is no coincidence. So what really excites you, if you go deeper and deeper and deeper, the deepest layers, it will be connected to your why, to your passion, your purpose.
Love that. I love that. I love the example also. Ebbs and flows. Finding your flow. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, so the whole book points about to finding your flow. So when you don't fight the current, that means you get into flow. When you're present, then you're in flow. Right? When you go surfing, you can take nothing on with you on the wave, just
Right.
yourself being in the present moment. And that's why surfing is such a good metaphor, because it's so pure and so simple. When you are surfing, you have to be in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
If you look backwards, you will fall backwards. If you look at your feet, you will fall forward to your feet. So you have to be grounded in the moment. You have to be present, but look in the direction that you travel. So
I
you
love that.
follow the energy of the wave. You cannot steer the wave, but you can move in any way you want. It's like a dance. It's like art on a canvas. So the ocean, the waves can be your canvas, or it can be your stage where you dance and you move, but you don't move against the current. You don't move against the wave. You can move with the energy. You can go up and down, and it's so dynamic because you move on something that is moving. So it's much more dynamic than when you go skiing or snowboarding, because
Hmm.
the mountain is still, usually, if there is not an avalanche. Usually it's
Right.
so that's what is it's all about, being in flow, surrendering to the flow of life, to the energy, and just going with the flow. And then it becomes effortless, it becomes light.
Once you keep focused, because you have to be focused when surfing. So once you keep focused on your dreams, you will reach where you're supposed to go.
Yes, but the way you take is not always linear. Like,
No, no.
so you have a vision where you want to go, but you trust, you let go of the control, that how it will happen. So you visualize what you want to make happen, and the way there will be in flow. So it's kind of a magical process. You let go of the illusion of control.
And let it take you anywhere. Because I mean, if it is that, as I say, you wanted to be a surfer, you had that dream, you found that joy, and you went for it. It didn't exactly go the way because you probably thought that you're gonna go and you're gonna get it immediately, or not even immediately, but short term. But you had to go at it and continue working at it to get to where you're now.
Yes, and I didn't end up being a professional surfer, but I ended up talking about this, and through storytelling, help people to change, or help people catch their dreams.
Yes, I love that, Marcel. I love that. Marcel, where is it that we can find you and where can we find your book?
So you can find the book on Amazon. It was self-published on Amazon, and you can find it in on paper, in paperback version. You can
Mm-hmm.
find it as a Kindle book or as an
Mm-hmm.
audiobook. And
Nice.
audiobook is on all platforms: Google Play, Audible, wherever
Everywhere.
it's about on 50 platforms where you find audiobooks. So
Nice.
you can find it there. Yes.
I love that. Marcel, thank you so much for sharing with the audience about surrendering, unthinkable dreams, reaching there, the reality, the flow, everything that has to be with or has to go with finding ourselves, finding our dreams, going for what we want. Sometimes we believe that our goals are unthinkable, unreachable, but we can reach them and we can achieve what we want to achieve if it is that we go in the right direction. Following, as Marcia will talk about the waves, they don't stand still for us. And they take us sometimes through some journeys. We have to go to some journeys sometimes to get to where we want to be, what at the end we will get there. So thank you again, Marcel. Is there anything that you want to leave with our listeners?
I would like to leave the listeners with something, a challenge that I do on my end personally, or that I go through with clients or people that I work with.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 21-day unthinkable challenge.
Okay.
So the 21-day unthinkable challenge goes as follows. It's choose a skill, habit, or activity that has the biggest leverage on reaching your dream or your vision, and practice that skill, habit, or activity for the next 21 days. And it's 30 minutes or more per day. And it's really important that it's your unthinkable, that you choose what's unthinkable for you. So unthinkable meaning that it has to be outside of the comfort zone, that it has to
Mm-hmm.
be exciting and scary at the same time, and moving towards your dreams. If you find that skill, habit, or activity, and if you practice it daily for the next 21 days, you will see amazing progress. It's not linear because you do the unthinkable. It will be exponential growth. And in those 21 days, like I did on my own, you can write a book in 21 days, or you can build a company in 21 days. it's so much more is possible if you show up, get out of the comfort zone, and just do the unthinkable for yourself.
I love that. So, listeners, he gave you a challenge. Challenge yourself and do the 21 days unthinkable, where you as he said, you get out of your comfort zone and you do something that will help to push you towards your goals. And you say it's 30 minutes or more per day. Marcel?
Yes, that's
Right.
it.
30
That's
minutes.
it, right? And start tomorrow, because when it only stays a dream when you don't take action. So there is the daily activity towards your dream, and then you will achieve it. You will be unstoppable.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Marcel. And thank you so much to our listeners for continuing to listen and support the Unfiltered by Jade. And we'll be back next week, Tuesday. Thank you.